welcome you guys to this space. So we've had, in the previous one, Padatanga space. I think I had Nkoma Jeremiah to come through, Bartholomew to come through, and a senior Ronga Silvataura Robert Bangabaripo. And, just to bring you guys up to speed, especially those that were not with me, earlier on, let me just, quickly reintroduce and say, Kuti, the reason why, first of all, this has been a request. Ngoma skota da have space na ngoma best. I think da have space to whatever near statement yataurwa nani na advocate Nelson Chamisa na bataura iyo kuti the time is coming and it's not far, but bataura kuti be steady, be calm, and know that I love you the same way that you love me. Just know that the time is coming and the time is not very far. And this video is coming on the backdrop of other, a publication by Newsday that have indicated that, according to the conversation that they've had, they had with Nelson Chamisa before they went to print yesterday, was that he indicated that a new movement is coming, and that new movement is going to be a new movement with new faces. And then I was also talking about the Ostalos interview that he had with what's his name, Trevor Nue, in conversation with that Trevor Nue, where he spoke about a variety of where he touched on a variety of subjects, and one of them was to do with the opposition movement in Zimbabwe. And there was a conversation around the opposition movement having failed, and then what then should be the solution, given that in its present state or the present environment is showing that there's no formidable opposition in Zimbabwe. The opposition is virtually dead. There is no opposition. Not that there are no opposition players, but there is an absence of an alternative voice that is speaking or raising concern, especially on the issues that are coming out of ZANU-PF-led government. So you're having individuals speaking in their capacity. Here you might have Fadzai Maere speaking out. There you're having Tendai Biti speaking out. There you're having Jealousy speaking out. There you're having Wopo speaking out, opening up a space and speaking out against some of the things that are happening. But there is no credible opposition movement or leadership that is in existence, that is out there, that is pushing back against what ZANU-PF is doing. So there was that conversation, and out of that conversation, I could pick that there was this acknowledgement to say that yes, as opposition, we failed the people of Zimbabwe. Whatever it is, that the opposition forces, did, the challenges that they came up against, and the failure to deal with those challenges has led us to be in this position that we are finding ourselves in today. So in terms of the way forward, in terms of what is to come, he then spoke about coming up with a people's movement, people's convention that will formulate the national question and try to provide an answer to that national question, rally behind that national question. So I don't know whether this is something that is coming, or Chamisa is going to be bringing out something that is totally different. But in the publication, in the News Daily publication, he indicated that according to the newspaper, and this, this is in courts to say that the same way that he notified people that is leaving CCC is the same way that he's going to notify the Zimbabwe people that he has come back with a new formation. So maybe there's going to be another letter that is, or another statement that is going to put out there detailing what has been happening, what has happened, and where he will be at that particular moment in time. So we are waiting for that, to transpire. But anyway, the guy in the Kunema speakers, those that are joining me now. Right. So I hope that I won't have the challenges that I had. My booster is on, everything is on, on my side. But I'll see how this holds. But I'm hoping that I'm okay. I'm hoping that you guys you can hear me. Signoro Magadi.
Tiripo Nyamashuta Magadi.
Aiwa takasima makasimba kuti seko.
Aiwa tinongodaro ndio nadzo namo dzeZimbabwe dzatakasirwa naMugabe.
Makaipa magwigwi.
Tikagowa zita remwana namo zenyika. Fellow comrades here, revolutionary greetings. I don't have much to say, but consistency is one thing that is very important in life. I think we say something that resonates to what I've said recklessly many times. What do we want, fellow Zimbabweans? What is the Zimbabwe that we want? There's so many dimensions that speaks to one thing. We are failing to admit we are confused, and it's not our fault, by the way. And it comes naturally if you are in a situation for the longest time. You end up insanity kushowa much, because then you become vulnerable. You are a subject prone to abuse by anything that comes in front of you. Tobondera chako unobondera pamadziro zvafamba sira dzungu, but kana dzungu rabata munhu, kana dzungu rabatwa munhu Nyamasha, I think we can safely agree that the best thing to do is to sit down, right? Sit down, gather momentum, wonyatsofunga. But pane pressure kuti tanonokerwa, and that's killing us. I'll be consistent. There is no politics in Zimbabwe. I get worried when I'm almost happy when people now zero in on issues Kananda, things that are trending now, which I don't want to talk about. And now I'm listening this heading and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? It's good to talk about the development or anything that's trending, but there's danger in being a paparazzi. Chauya nacho. Nelson Chamisa is gone. Kanatada ndakamboti in this revolution. In being a paparazzi, ecosystem. Let's get a betting club. Timbo Bejerana, because the honest truth is, Tungo Bondera, Timbo Tamari, Bezungan, Toma predictions. Politics. If you do something that speaks to you are going to be caught at the end of the day, or people are going to know exactly what you are thinking, then you are not in politics. What people say on this basis is disgusting. What too technical? Politics is a mind game. How do you touch something which is intangible? Mind game is intangible. So, what am I saying here? I can't take away your feelings, but Nelson Chamisa is gone and he's not coming back. He resigned. We don't want to talk about things that people come in and talk about. How did he come into the system? We care less, but sometimes you think, no, let's leave it because we are moving together as comrades on a revolutionary path. Don't you have technocrats who can speak better than me to differentiate between a political line and a revolutionary line? And okay, fine, they work in coherence, they work hand in glove, but the moment you decide to go the revolutionary way, you set aside, right? This is a legal issue. Politics is more like a legal issue. You set aside and you go on full-time revolution, meaning you have generally accepted this system does not work, it shall not work. The Western democratic system shall not work, it will not work. There are technocrats, I would have said in ZANU-PF, but the problem is not necessarily ZANU-PF. There are technocrats who are aligned to the Gananda. They are always advising every minute, every hour. They are here on the spaces. They understand the way people think. So they will make sure that the democratic system will not work. This speaks to an authoritarian regime. A system that, when you look today, it's said, Nyamashisha, hazvikurwadza here muteereri, imimi Nyamashisha hazvikunetsa here, tine mamazita ataive nawo macomrades whom we have lost. We have not lost them because they are dead. Maybe they are dead, we didn't know, but they are there. They are dilapidated. That is the danger of being inconsistent. You know, we hate feelings, we weaken each other, right? We lose the ideology. We do not follow individuals. Beautiful statements coming from the same spaces. Let's follow the ideology. Now, what is it that is in Nelson Chamisa? I mean, I've got nothing against Nelson Chamisa, but I believe I'm in a revolutionary path for the longest. Dead bodies don't fight any battles. A dead body is equally the same as a body, a live body which is probably is defected. The difference is the same. What it means is anybody who is not part of a struggle, there's no need to count on them. There's no need. In fact, they can be cancerous to the struggle. This is why it was dangerous to join a struggle. If you train as a soldier today, you don't dismiss yourself. They will look for you and they will arrest you. Maybe we do not understand these things because you are cancerous. And I would like to land, on a sad note. I'll remind you something which is very painful. In Zimbabwe, currently, while we are talking, this is just to keep us busy, not on this space, but as a nation. Mapepa arikufamba mapepa takutokurirwa nevanhu vari muZANU-PF. They are bitter, they are more aggrieved by what is happening right now, where one of them is decided to not only to turn ZANU-PF into a cow, but the whole nation patterned Zimbabwe into not just a system, but give everything to his family through a rhetoric statement 2030, which is nothing. It's just lead to the story. I'll be very blunt. Muda is the perpetrator, the author of that 2030, and Sanda Muziya, but Muda is the political arm to push for that. Who knows Muda? Those who know, they know. He can challenge anybody, even Politburo. There's evidence to that. So they are preparing for the first family. Saka, isi totodududza toramba todzokera futi kumasure. Guys, Zimbabweans, we can do better. Inini ndoti nini, those who are serious, whose eyes have been opened, don't close them again. The issue here is probably at some point join hands as a nation and stop things that have been put on the table. Our land, the land does not belong to Mnangagwa. This country does not belong to the Mnangagwa family. What happens at Ticket Farm, which is a cultish kind of thing, it is now exposed. The people of Zimbabwe, may you guys pray. Vanoda kuita zvavanoita vanoisa kute pasi vanotsanya. This is now a spiritual battle, whether we like it or not. That being said, it's fine those who want to go for that trial, repeating the same thing over and over again. It's insanity. I learned.
Right. Okay.
It's a revolution, not a one-man band. Let's not follow a man. It's not a one-day event. It's a vimetagaruma out many days.
Right. Okay.
Phone yangu yasana ne 3%.
Taura tinzwa kumate taura tinzwa.
Unoza chi mwana wa mai. Ndauda chokwadi. Nyaya iripo ndekuti kwanzi nyaya yeland reform program nyaya takataura nezvayo. And yakataura 2007 after hunzvi auya nenyaya yemawar veterans. Mawar veterans akapawa ma 50,000.
1997.
And Tsvangirai akataura kuti kwanzi land inofanirwa kupiwa vanhu vatema. Then pakazoya constitution pakazoita kambavha kainzi Jonathan Moyo. Kata draft constitution yakarambwa nepovhu yeZimbabwe. And ndo yalida to the 2000 election yakazoona vana veZimbabwe vachipondwa. Kuraiwa semasvosve. Kwanzi takupinda muminda zveginya. Asi zvakasingafanirwe kudaro. Saka land reform program takazoita accept is irreversible. Because that's over 25 years since those lands were taken. But vanhu vari ku-urban areas vari kupiwa minda through the presidential grant vari kuzopadzirwa dzimba dzavo nokuti president anoti kwanzi akanoda kupinda wechizano anongoti kwanzi takupai minda and nenyaya dzavo dzokuti kwanzi izvo vari kuti kwanzi local government yavo. And after that they do that, they come afterwards and destroy the same houses with the caterpillars. And where the houses were built with a cement that somebody suffered for, even though he took the land not in a proper way, because he was desperate and told once you can kill the MDC supporters or the CCC supporters just to earn a land, which is wrong. Zimbabwe is for all of us. Nyango vaya vari kuminda kwacho and vamwe vana vari kutodziwa.
Zvamutaura ndizvikulingana netopic here mukoma.
Ndikanimbona topic yacho because ndingotaurisa ndisati ndaona topic.
Aiwa kanga nditaure topic naye mukoma hatingongouya tisina topic ya. Tauya tine topic totara nyaya yavachamisa kuti vari kuindicata kuti izvo vaakudzoka and it's not going to be long before he comes back.
Chamisa, who is our president, he didn't went to war, was young by then, but he have got a spirit of Zimbabwe and have got a heart, and he's going to join us, all of us. And we won't talk about political parties when he comes to power. Because he's Zimbabwean and he is always holding our faith. Because as Zimbabweans, we believe in a Christian religion. I'm not condemning the Muslim religion, because there are too many religions, but all of us, we are human beings. We are also joined to God. What God is saying now, the time is now. A human being, no matter how he makes people suffer, but there's a judgment which is called age, and there's a time for death. What I'm saying, the situation won't remain the same. 2030 Maroto.
All right, okay, thank you very much. Right. Bartholomew, do you want to come in? Mupedzise zvamanga muda kutaura then ndopinza mukoma best into the conversation.
Okay, madonhedzwa nedichotomy. Mazviona kuti chirungu tetakanyarara tiri kwatetiri uko muchingofunga kuti space yadonha. Ya ndachida kungoedza zvangu kuti angojedzika. What is important is future. Saka I'm expecting kuti leader wedu paonekwe vechidiki vakati wandei mumusangano because vechidiki ndo vane ramangwana. Hani muri kuona kuti nhasi uno mukatarisa kunana ye 2002 iye mukomana atinaye nhasi president wedu akanga ari mufana achimhanya nezijini rimwe ranga rakakura so. Hani mukuona kuti future ipapo kana muda kuziva best decision yakaitwa na ango muchiripo ira.
Taurai.
Ya, kana muda kuziva best decision yakaitwa na Morgan Tsvangirai angoka. Pazvinhu zvese zvimwe zvese kuisa mukomana uyu watinaye nhasi. Ipo paya ndo best ever decision yekuti kana even chiro kudenga zvokona kuti atoenda kudenga nokuda kwaizvozvo chete. That's the best decision. So iye now it's a wake up call also kwaari iye mukomana watinaye kuti achiinvesta futi such type yevanhu vakaita saiye kuma 2000 and 2002 senge zvakaita vana comrade Ostalos. Hatisi kuda comrade Ostalos chete, tikuda more of those Ostalos kuitira kuti tinge tiine vechidikiwo tive nefuture because zvechikuru zvedu kuage kwedu kangojedzeka makatongoona kuti zvakatongonetsa zvakanetsa tonyanya kuda kudya tonyanya kuda kudii so many things to mention. So what is key right now, let's invest in the youth and we need more women. Tikuda futi vamwana mai vechidiki musangano umomu kuitira kuti zvinyatso kubalanza vanhu vane energy.
Right.
Saka in short my message to him is kana ruzhowa kusati kwanyatsoita zvakanaka nemaconcrete because this time pane jurawo tukisa majurawo emaconcrete and hatisi kuda zikanso rakakura revanhu 50 rearia that is old politics. Tarisai muone zvinoita Julius Malema almost control everything mupati yake ya. Hatisi kuti inooperator zvakanaka throughout but mukatotarisaka direction rayo necontrol yayo zvinofamba. Saka ipapapo ndeimwe futi issue yavanofanira kuongorora nezvayo iyo zvokuti hanzitetiri 100 kucancel nechichi vachada kunzwa nezvazvozvo. Munhu wokunozobva vamwe vanhu vanozotsemura mavisi vachiinda nekwavanoenda nako. Right. Saka I need a short cancel, maybe less than 5 people angojedzi vanokwanisa kumhanyisa zvinhu vachiseculator zvinhu ipapo.
Right. Okay.
Because dhadha wevanhu 70-80 ndo zvevanhu vaya vanozondopuwa moto.
Right.
Yeah. But I think dichotomy yacho muchaiona zvenyangochedzi musati maiona.
Right. Yeah. Regai ndende kuna mukoma best man makadini.
Hello uncle, how are you doing?
I am fine. Mukoma, ndofunga you're one of the people that is donating for the space, and it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Right. Can I engage with you on this one here? Kuti, let's say when Chamisa he comes tomorrow, he announces the formation of a new movement. He gives us the details of that new movement, and we are almost 3 years away from the next election. But there is something that was happening in terms of the 23rd agenda, and we saw a cabinet meeting minutes that was speaking to the changing of the Zimbabwean constitution so that the parliament year gets extended by 2 years. The council's a term gets extended by another 2 years. Mnangagwa's term extended by another 2 years, etc. A new formation, do you think that it will stop what ZANU-PF is trying to do?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question, Uncle. Right. The issue here is we have to look at the Constitution. What does the Constitution say about our election cycle? Now, on the other side, also we have got also what you call like a bogus opposition, which is led by we don't know whether it's Chabangu or Washman Nube. That's too up to people to to decide according to their constitution. But when you look at this 23rd agenda, is it constitutional? What does the constitution say?
Ndo yavada kuchinja kaningi neconstitution kuti vakachinja vakaota constitution vochinja voamenda section 328 inoita kuti izvo munhu abenefite a term extension etc vochinja mamwe masections emu-constitution are will start speak to what you're talking about kuti every 5 years we do my elections. They want to change that and postponed. They want to postpone this election by at least 2 to 3 years. Saka, if they go on and do that, and you have referred to this parliament that you are saying it's a bogus parliament, if the game is played in the parliament, in the Senate, then ZANU-PF is going to get what it is asking for, and the life of the parliament will be extended by 2 years, the life of Emmerson Mnangagwa by 2 years, the life of the council by 2 years. So my question now then becomes, Kuti, if a new movement has been formed tomorrow, or let's say today, is it a movement that is being formed to go for elections in 2028, or to fight what ZANU-PF is trying to do, and how is that fight going to be waged against ZANU-PF?
Yeah, that's another angle to look at it, Uncle. But what from what what I observe and see is like not every MP in Parliament could be the ruling party is for 2030 or stuff like that. Because in Zambia itself there's like what you call like division also in the leadership of Zambia. Some are, although it's not open, to public at the moment, but we've got the Gaza side, because Gaza is not on its own, remember? We've got also, some people are saying general, some people are, are going for, other forces, what you call the third force. So, yeah, so it's not like, clear is what people think is a one-way ticket to 2030. There are some hurdles along the way.
Right.
Yeah, like for example, you will see some people talking about this so-called Chikananga number one. He wanted to, to be vice president and then go on to be a president. And there's some forces also against it as well. Because I listened to a sort of like a leak, gossipy, what you call, some people call it Gaza moment. Yeah, but when you look at it, at the end of the day, like, you find that also in CC itself as always opposition. Because, if it goes to parliament, they have to debate it, and then the CCP MPs as well, they have to come back to it and update their constituents that this is what you are debating and this is what you're going to vote for. So, I know the CCMP, they are not all for Chabangu or West Munube. There are some which are divided in between themselves. So is ZAMPF MP as well, MPs, and senators as well. So by looking at it, it's not easy. And also the other thing we have to look also is the implication of that constitutional change to international community. Because remember, we're trying to re-engage the international community, the Commonwealth. Those other big institutions, the IMF, the Americas, the Europeans, in some of parts of Africa. So, it's not as simple as what you think it is. You have to look at the big picture, see it at the big picture. What are the consequences? And then also, if you look at Chamisa now, going to come back to the topic now. Chamisa, we all understand, read his letter when he resigned, and then you got this new leader called Washman Ube. All these things, corruption been going on. People talking about corruption everywhere. In Zimbabwe. Washman Ube is just quiet. No one knows what's going on. There's no update from him. There's no update like what they're gonna do their Congress or what's the way forward. What's going? It's just quiet. But people were saying he's a mature leader. Where is the mature leader there? The mature leader is just dead. Chabangu himself is just everywhere, and I've never seen Chabangu campaign or even like Mugabe said, the Gungan Zawan 1-2 here and there, and then the Maduku, what do you call like the Maduku
strategy.
But Chabangu is not doing anything. I've never seen him anywhere with 1-2 up, 1-2 up. But he's called, he's a leader of the opposition.
Akaunganidza vanhu haamana kuingwana akaunganidza vanhu ani paakaenda kuprika kufamba akaunganidza timu rake.
Yeah, so so what is happening is the ruling party needs a strong opposition.
Right.
Where is the strong opposition going to come from? Of course, it's going to come from Chamisa, because Chamisa has got the mandate of the people. So whatever he's doing, yes, he might be this ambiguity what he did last time, but this time he's going to do it. He's going to do it in a way that he's going to put those systems of what we call like the judiciary capture, in their 6s and 9s. I'll stop there.
Right. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. I do appreciate. Right. Let me go to the last one. The last one. Do you want to come in? Senor, I'll come back. I'll come back to you. But last one. Do you want to come in?
Mkoma Gerard, how are you doing?
I am good. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah.
I would like to address a couple of issues. Firstly, I saw the clip. Yeah, Mr. Chamisa. Me, I'm one of the youth. We want a better Zimbabwe. We want to grow up and do things for ourselves without having to look out to and I want pure motor. I have to wait for my things. And why are poor? Because when you're given something, remember those guys I'm sure one is we run. At the end of the day, you'll perform independence. Whether you like it or you don't, you have to go. So, for myself, I wasn't a Triple C supporter, but I'm someone who's up for change, and I will be blunt about it. I voted for Triple C when we had election because I cannot afford to vote for SANU-PF. They are not going to do anything for me. They can't do anything for me now. They have failed to do anything since and so at the end of the day, we as the youth, the problem yes, Chamisa will come up with a new idea, new party, or whatever new dimensions that Chatora. But as long as we, the people, don't change our mindset, we are not going anywhere. As long as we keep taking things for free, we keep wanting to go the easier way, we are not going anywhere. We have to learn to work hard. We have to learn to accept that in this life is pure. We don't want free things. We want to be able to afford. So if we want maybe the movement, the Chamisa, to the struggle to go forward or to succeed, we have to make sure, first, I don't know how is like, are we waiting for the 2028 election? I don't know. But if we are waiting for that, we have to make sure Vanguard is the voter. Simple. Because ZANU-PF.
But do you think elections will work in Zimbabwe now, given everything that we have seen in 2023?
Elections will work only if my numbers are big.
Right.
Their numbers,
okay.
Yeah, their numbers the voter in our masses. We are the big rather than chicken in. You're only gonna eat chicken in for 5 years, once in 5 years. But you had an opportunity you can change your life, and because when you casting I casted my vote. A lot of people casted our votes. And we were waiting for queues to 10, 11. Not because we know the but everyone was hoping for change. And for Mr. Chamisa, I think this time he has to have proper structures. It's like like over 70 people, like a huge panel of leaders, of executives. A manageable number, and it so that we don't have one who paid bribe, because ZANU-PF, we all know what they're capable of. They can infiltrate anything because Mariachwana.
Right. So, you spoke about overwhelming, the ballot box. You spoke about encouraging people to go and register to vote. That was the drive. That was something, that was tried in 2023, whereby there was this massive push to get people to go and register to vote. But come the day of the election, we all saw what happened. Ballot boxes, I think Ashota, people voting, during odd hours, the extension period being extended, etc., etc. Do you really think, that, the system will not find another way of trying, to make sure that that ballot does not get overwhelmed?
I am not certain that the system, I'm sure the system will always try to make an effort to disrupt whatever is happening at the time, maybe in my election. I am sure those guys. I always encounter those guys every single day with anyway. But I'm sure that they will try anything in their means or out of their way could disrupt my elections. But if these guys are Chamisa like you, from the space by Tanga, even when I had to check to see the clip. If he is coming with a new movement, these guys have to fight for these things now, so that when the time comes, because I'm sure whatever they're planning, it's not. This Chamisa is not the type who is planning to just wait a revolution. He would just open up my streets. The Chamisa is not like that. He learned from maybe his senior, Mr. Tsvangirai. That guy used to fight even Ari used to lead from the front, but which got him kuti azopedzisira situation yekuti I'm sure in Nangu, from my thinking or from my perception, I think akatozuraiwa Mudara and it because he was too vocal and he was too upfront with
too militant.
Yeah, exactly. But this guy now, I believe Chamisa is smarter than he's smarter because when you think he doesn't say anything, he's quiet, he's all about his gospel. And so that type of a person, I'm gonna plan in like personally because you have nothing against him. So I'm sure if he comes up with Nevan Vake, even Anastalos, those people are intelligent. If they come together, they organize something, Achina loopholes. Because with our system, they will always find the loopholes. Tarizatana Shabangu, Atina opposition, you can't talk about Shabangu, those guys they will fight. Those guys are now ZANU-PF people, to be honest. Because the way Yamakato now, up to now, they still use the face Chamisa. Why? Is it Kutumu? You want? Are they ignorant or they just saying that we can do whatever we want? So those people don't have anything like. I don't believe the Washmen Kana Shabangu are gonna do anything for us. Those people are in it for the money.
Right.
They are in it for the money and nothing else. And we have to fight for our country. We have to fight. But with people like you and everyone else in this space, I'm sure most people in this space, they want a better Zimbabwe. They want something. But then do what? There's nothing here. People,
yeah.
All over we had a farm with Makomba everywhere, and so by the time those guys leave, or if they are to leave, I don't think we would have anything left. Because they are taking everything. All the Ganandas, they are taking everything in this country. Trabablasting, that is some poor workmanship. There's nothing like that for 88 million.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I thank you very much.
I'm a bitter youth, and any day we have elections or we have anything, I'm always going to be against those religious people. Those people are full of things. They're full of rubbish.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah?
All right. Thank you very much. I do appreciate. Right. Yeah, Pagaipa. Right. Getting Rimberi ne conversation. Right, Signor, do you want to quickly come in? But I want you not to do because I want to bring in one. So quickly, come in and then I'll give others, the opportunity, to speak.
Yeah, quickly come in. Guys, and I want to repeat this, guys. This is a spiritual war. It's very clear. We see them. If you think they are joking, I'm now, I wanted to directly address what, in fact, you raised the question. I know best. Answer is okay. The feasibility study of unlocking a situation, which again escalates to the question it's not about numbers, guys. It is not about numbers. Are you guys crazy, Zimbabweans? Are we crazy?